Hello and welcome. This video is brought to you by thestreamingadvisor.com. Tailor your entertainment with streaming. And what we're looking at today is the new Sling TV app for Apple TV. It's real easy to get. All you need to do is go to your search and write Sling TV. Oddly enough, I wasn't able to pull it up with the voice commands. But let's see, right? Sling and TV. And see, there it is under apps. But I'll show you. I don't know why at the moment. Let's see if it'll have to work for me this time. I asked for it before. I said Sling TV. Oh, okay. Worked that time. Okay, must have been my problem earlier. So all you have to do is ask for it, select it, and add it. But this is the new interface. Let me show you. They have really changed things up with the Apple TV interface. It's a lot different than anything I've seen on a computer, on the Roku, or on the Fire TV. And I'm going to show you some examples. First off is the intro screen for My TV. If you look at My TV, you have a chance to make it a little bit easier to navigate. You can add favorites. It will pick up on whatever you've been watching recently, and you can add like a little shortcut for channels that you want to go to. Like, so let's say, you want to go in and you say, okay, well, I want to get my local ABC. I love my ESPN stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're ready for football season. Maybe you want to get TNT because you like watching NBA or their shows. Get them History Channel. Let's see. And Nick Jr., okay? Come back. And now, see, look at this. You got your channels. Oops. And not only do you have your channels up here, it gives you a little guide that tells you what's on, see? Supernatural, Modern Marvels, and so on. So you can, if you like, set up maybe 16, 17 channels, maybe your top 10, and you can just jump to whatever it is that you want to see just by clicking there instead of having to cycle through an entire guide. Now, on the other hand, you can go to What's On Now, and what it's going to do is give you this guide based on different categories. You see sports, kids, lifestyle. Let's see what else we've got. Got some movies here. This is another kind. This actually reminds me of something like Netflix, except you don't see, shows, dark science fiction shows based on the fact that you watched Game of Thrones. It hasn't gone that deep, but there is no doubt that this is helpful, because what it's going to do here is it shows you shows from different networks that just meet the needs of a specific genre. This isn't a channel. This is a group of shows, that these are dramas that are on right now. And so that's really neat. You can just pop in and you can say, hey, I want to watch some sci-fi. Hey, I want to watch a drama. And it's going to tell you, okay, well, you want drama, you can watch, let's see what time it is right now, 11:50 over here. So let's watch What's Cooking. What channel is that on? Epix 2. And we can watch live. Boom. So, that is another really nice innovation with this new interface. Next, I'll show you the guide. The guide is sort of what you might be used to if you've seen Sling TV on other devices. It has the full list of channels, as a default. You notice the all channels there. Come on now. All right, see all channels. So this is displaying every channel that you have. And something that it does differently than the other setups is there's not a constant feed of whatever the last thing you were on playing, which makes it easy for me because then I don't have to worry about some sort of a copyright issue coming up on me. So thank you, Apple TV and Sling TV, for this. But you see that you can cycle through all of your channels this way. But something very helpful is if you click on this section where it says all channels, this actually gives you a chance to select specific genres. And so you can just, you can go to your main channels of any category and you can have them just display that. So let's say you only want HBO and novellas, for instance. You click on it, you back out, and now the only thing listed here, is the movies and the Latino programming. Again, helpful, very helpful, much more intuitive. I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna select, let's see, turn off HBO. We'll hit news and lifestyle. So it looks like it's kind of dominated with the lifestyle shows more than it is with news because they're. But that's just HGTV. See, I like the way that not only does it show you the schedule under available now, it's also going to show you things that you can watch on demand. It's very accessible. There's no tricky buttons you've got to press. There's nothing, it just populates right there. So those are things that you can just turn on. And of course, you can add it to favorites. Favorites is something that we haven't really touched on yet. But I'm going to add that to favorites. Favorites are under the My TV menu, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. Go to Newsy here. So you can just watch, the clips they've got lined up, or you can go through here. Again, Newsy is one of the on-demand sort of things. Say, Finding Dory might be bad. Let's see. Through the Ocean. Okay. We'll favorite that. Alright, we'll get back to the favorites in a minute. The search is sort of your standard Apple, the kind of unpopular setup keyboard. And something I've noticed at the moment, I have a feeling this is going to change, is I don't know why, but you can't see what you're typing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. So, let's see. When you look for, see, I'm selecting. I'm going to say Breaking Bad. And it seems as though underneath, it understands that I'm writing breaking, but it's not showing up on the actual search. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but most likely it's something that they're working on. So it even acknowledges what I'm typing. So that's most likely something that they're going to update. I mean, this app just launched, but you see that typing breaking, pulled up, make it or break it, breaking glass. I wonder if that's as good as Breaking Bad. But I don't think that this is a particularly difficult system to use unless you You just hate the, scrolling. It's got a nice settings menu, and for the first time I've ever seen, it has parental controls. I don't even feel like getting into that because I'm afraid I'll lock myself out of something. Wouldn't want to not be able to watch Game of Thrones. But this is something that a lot of people could really take advantage of, and it's something that a lot of people have been asking for. So I'm glad to see them go with that. You can also get to your password from here. That's good. The support tab is just telling you get in touch. They have their own 800 numbers. I think it's even 24 hours a day, as well as like website support. Chatting, and this is cool. This connection here shows you just how good your connection is. I have mine plugged in with an Ethernet connection, so it says I have the best quality. But this is going to be helpful. Like if you're having trouble streaming, especially if you have a Wi-Fi, you go here and you're going to be able to see, just what kind of a connection do I have, what kind of connection am I getting. So that's a tool that you can use in the future. But let's go back to my TV. You saw that I set up my channels and how that worked, and then you saw me going through and putting favorites in. And you see now as I've been putting in favorites, it's adding them to the favorites, so then we can just jump straight to favorite shows. And see, where I think this is going to be helpful is it will allow you to put things that you want to see in the favorites, and then you come home from work, come home from wherever, you go into your favorites, and you're able to jump right in and see what you want to see. It kind of saves you from the sort of, the almost like the channel flipping that you had to do before. It's a more direct way to get to what you want. But in general, I really like this new interface a lot. And I'm pretty interested to see what Apple's going to be doing going forward because, as you might have seen on the website, there had been a long-running rumor that Apple was going to have a TV service. But I have a feeling if they've gone with Sling, then you might even see some other, streaming TV services come along to take up that space because, Apple doesn't play well with competition. So it looks as though Sling TV may have well established itself as a standard for live streaming TV that Apple doesn't feel like competing with anymore. So that is Sling TV on the Apple TV. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please subscribe to our channel and continue to spread the word about what we're doing here at the Streaming Advisor, where we're trying to help people understand their options and how they work. I'm Ryan Downey, the Streaming Advisor. Stream on, my friends.